Hello, everyone.
Hello, my name is Martin McCain.
And I'm Artina McCain. We're the McCain Duo, and we are helping you create your musical identity. This is the second part of a two-part video series we have on finances. All right, so today's video is all about deadlines and how those affect your finances. There are many deadlines that you will need to meet as a college student and after college and as a young professional so that you can have the kind of financial security that you want. So, where should we start?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing, and this can, as you're a college student, this is where you can learn to apply actually using deadlines when your teachers have certain deadlines for you, whether it's turning in a project. It might not seem fun at the time, but you can also apply this to like, oh, well, if I'm going to be applying for a grant, I need to make this deadline. Or if you're going to be an educator and your principal wants a requisition, a deadline to get your band new uniforms, you definitely want to make that deadline or you're not going to be able to get uniforms for your band. So when you're in school, like use every opportunity for deadlines, just for a real world experience.
Because when you get to the real world and you miss deadlines, those things really start to hurt you. So application deadlines, making sure you get your college application deadline in on time, your financial aid deadline in on time, your scholarship deadline in on time. I cannot tell you the number of students who miss the deadline and then they say, oh, but can we still take my application? No, we won't. They're really strict about those things, actually. You would not believe the amounts of money that you lose out on by just not making the deadline. So put them in your phone or get an app or get a paper calendar and write down when some of those really important deadlines are for whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, booking deadlines too. A lot of times, if you are, and this applies when you're a student as well, but if you're wanting to book a certain concert series or book gigs, if you're a performer, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to play. But those don't come easy. So you want to make sure that you are, you're submitting to a certain presenter, or if there is a deadline for a specific concert series, that you want to make sure that you're aware of all those things. So as Artina said, it's really important just to have a schedule of your deadlines. And I feel like that's what usually probably hurts a lot of people when you're trying to do so many different things and you have so many different deadlines and they're just swimming in your head and they're not written down. So having them in bold on notes or in your calendar, and even like probably want to have like the deadlines maybe even in your calendar a couple of days before, because if you're a last minute person and then your proposal or your deadline proposal, your grant proposal is most likely probably not going to be at the highest quality because you're rushing as well.
Yeah, I actually put my deadlines in like 3 days before or however many days I think I need to get the deadline actually accomplished really well. So that's a great idea too. And if you're a teacher, if you're out of school and you're starting your own studio, you might want to have invoice deadlines or specific times that your students or your parents pay you so that you actually have money. That can become really frustrating actually as a teacher when you always have to like go and like beg for your funds and things. So having a good studio policy that just outlines what needs to happen when is really important. What about grant deadlines for artists?
Grant deadlines, it's the same thing. So one, you want to do your research, and then usually when you are researching grants, there are various deadlines, some that are annually. They'll have around the same time. So, okay, I'm going to apply for this grant. The next year, you already know, I'm like, all right, this grant is usually due in February. I have that in my memory bank. But having all of those written out in your calendar is extremely important. And even if you want to have a spreadsheet of all the various grants that you have and then your deadlines, will be the best thing to do.
Yes.
So if you're the type of person that has grant deadlines, some proposals for different performance venues, just having various spreadsheets. And, in this day and age with all of the great technology, you can have all that stuff at your fingertips that is synced to your computer, your iPad, your iPhone.
That sounds like a challenge. What should you challenge them to do this week, Martin?
I would challenge first, research any entity that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to go to college, graduate school, or if you're trying to perform, apply for a grant, do your research and write all the deadlines in your calendar.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.